Hi everyone. So Japan and the United States are two very different countries, and after studying abroad in Japan for several months, I've compiled a list of several key cultural differences between the two countries. Number 1. There is a correct way to eat your noodles. Undoubtedly, you're going to walk into a ramen shop and you're going to be met with the sound of slurping. And to quote our reading, interpreting is the process of perceiving and making sense of the messages and stimuli from the environment through the senses, such as hearing, tasting, smelling, etc. And your first thought is probably going to be, wow, this person is being really rude. However, to continue quoting from the book, communication is effective to the extent that the person interpreting the message attaches a meaning to the message similar to what the transmitter intended. So, actually, that person is not being rude at all. Slurping noodles is actually a sign of respect. It kind of tells the chef, hey, this is really good. So while you're in Japan, make sure when you eat noodles to slurp them up, but when you go back, to try not to do that. Number 2, surgical masks. When you come to Japan, you're going to see a lot of people wearing surgical masks, and you're probably going to think, is everyone in Japan sick? Not exactly. There are several reasons why people wear surgical masks. One of the biggest reasons is you are sick and you want to prevent other people from getting sick. It's a sign of respect, and it shows that you care about other people's well-being. You still want to go to class, but you also don't want to get other people sick. Number 2 is on the flip side, you don't want to get sick. So let's say you go to a big city for the first time, and oftentimes people wear a surgical mask to prevent getting sick, especially when you're around so many people. Number 3, and I think this is more recent, is fashion statement. You can find regular plain white surgical masks in the 100 yen shop, but you can also find some really cool custom-made surgical masks. The 4th reason also kind of leads into fashion. Celebrities oftentimes will wear their own surgical mask, but sometimes they'll wear regular ones so they can blend in. So, in the United States, when a celebrity wants to blend in, they'll wear a big sun hat and sunglasses. But in Japan, oftentimes you'll see them wearing sunglasses and surgical masks. So, number 3. Maybe you're walking down the street and you happen to see somebody. You might smile at them, wave at them, talk to them. Doesn't matter if you know them. You're engaging in something called a script, which is a predetermined course of action. In Japan, that is very uncommon. Most of the time, people, when you make eye contact with somebody in Japan, they're just going to ignore you. And trust me, they're not trying to be rude, because Japanese people are very, very friendly. If you approach someone and ask, preferably in Japanese, how do I do this, or can you help me with that, they're more than happy to help. I had my friend on the first day in Japan. She couldn't find her way from the airport to our dorm, and a Japanese person approached her and he offered to show her the way, and he even paid the transportation fee for the train and everything. So Japanese people are very kind, but probably not going to make small talk with you or make eye contact with you, but in case that they do, sometimes they will. They might just give you a small nod. Number 4, Japan is very quiet. Not that Japanese people can't be loud, but usually in public spaces, Japanese people are very respectful and they try to be quiet. And this is true in public transportation. When you get on the trains or the buses, people usually keep the talking to a minimum, or if they have to talk, they talk very quietly. So when you get on the buses and trains, try to be mindful and respectful, and try not to be too loud. Number 4, litter. Japan is very clean, and it's interesting because they have a lot of vending machines here, but not a lot of trash cans. And you're thinking, well, how can that be? Well, oftentimes Japanese people, when they buy something for the vending machine, they'll hold on to their trash and they'll wait till they get home before they'll throw it away. So try to be respectful and not litter, and if you see litter, try to pick it up. Anyway, I hope that this helped. I hope that it got you a little more excited to be in Japan, and see you soon.